everyone, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another episode of Europa Universalis 3 Austria! Woohoo! Alright, so, first off on today's video, we are going to pick a national idea for our beautiful Kingdom of Austria. And reading through the comments, thank you all for these suggestions. The one thing, Blowfly, are you perhaps insinuating I might be a bit forgetful and not happen to use my spies? Granted, I haven't used my spies once this video, but I still don't know where you're getting that idea from. Sarcasm off, obviously. Yes, spies are great if you remember to use them, and I don't. So, what you gonna do? Alright, so it is literally a coin toss in my head, literally. Between battlefield commissions for the yearly army tradition, the leader fire, and the leader shock value. Okay, so it's a three-way tie, because I do like the prestige from land battles is great, and the monthly war exhaustion reduction is helpful. On the other hand, cultural tradition and yearly prestige, I have a feeling that's going to be more important, because I'm hoping we're going to be at peace more than we're at war, at least for these initial stages, where we get everything sorted out and you know, build up Austria to put us in a position to be able to throw our weight around. So, for that reason, and for no other reason, we are going to go with Patron of the Arts for the yearly cultural tradition and the yearly prestige. Wonderful. The other thing that I need to remember to do is, where are they? Commission paintings and, I guess, tapestries. So, oh. For that we need an artist. Whoa! What happened to what's-his-face? I must have missed that pop-up. I probably did. Okay, so we obviously need to spend some money on getting great men of the court. First things first, we are going to need an artist. Which is, you know, which is good, actually, to have kicking around. I probably didn't even need to make one, let's be honest. Did we have? We didn't! Okay, so that's good. So we'll go give Adolf von Nipperg a job painting in the Austrian court, because why not? And what else have we got? Cultural tradition of a measly 16.5%. The army tradition of 25.2%. Looking a little better. So let's see if we can get one of them military guys. Manpower modifier, don't really need it. Discipline? Hey, that's not a bad idea. What I would like to see instead, though, is money into military research. So this guy right here, the Army Reformer. Land tech investment and land tech cost modifier. That's amazing. So let's see what he is. Level 1. Okay, well at least, you know, it's still 3% and a 1% bonus on tech cost. So that's not too bad. Whoa, Henry Hudson showed up a little bit early. Oh, well. There we go. Now, is there anything else we can do here? Still not sure I want to do that. And yeah, I think that's all we need. Oh, one last thing. I should check our technology. So, we just got ourselves the latest government tech level, as you can see. And we gave ourselves a national modifier. Or a national idea, so obviously we got ourselves a tech thingy. Yep, tech thingy. So what I think I'm going to do is just even out the research between the things that I'm going to use, which will be government tech, production, trade, and land. Again, we do have the port, and I'm toying with the idea of building a navy for basically shits and giggles. I'm not really going to use it all that much. Even if I go to war with Venice, it'll probably be a land war. Granted, they might be able to keep their port, or keep the island of Venice, you know, blockaded. But we'll figure that out if need be. At least we've got a port to deal with it. So, back to government. We're gonna just pull those down So they're about even all the way around. So now we're looking at 1372 for our next land tech, 1379 for our trade tech, 1374 for our production, and 1383 for our government, which is fine because that's actually going 2 levels above everything else. So that's still really good. We've got our treasury. Our treasury is still set to mint. We've got a loan coming due, which we're going to pay, not a problem. Truce is going to expire with Aquiella, which is thumbs up. They're only allied with 2 people I really don't care about. And you see, I had a feeling this was going to happen. They're a part of the Empire now. So that war is going to take a long time to happen. Or, you know, yeah, and you see, we're not even making headway into the whole election, which is fine. I don't really want to worry about getting involved in the Holy Roman Empire politics until, I don't know, I'm going to say the 1400s. So that gives me 30 years to put it off. But we'll see. So let's go ahead, increase time, kick it up into the 4th tier, and kick back and relax and just let this kind of build itself for now. So yeah, that's that. Who's Venice allied with? Naxos, Hungary, and Lorraine. So no matter who I go after there, it's going to be a big bloody war. We can see Hungary's already starting to get a little bit bigger. However, it does appear that there is some kind of popular revolt going on, at least in southern Hungary here. Without sending... Oh! That would be nationalism. The Transylvanian nationalists. So, we've got the money. Actually, what is my... Yeah, let's see if we can make things just a little more difficult on the Hungarians. So if we take a look at our spy window, we can see all the sorts of things that our spies can do, how much it's going to cost, and what the percent of likely victory. Wow, awkward sentence there. And the chance that it'll succeed based in a percent. So what I want to do is maybe fund some nationalists, some Transylvanian nationalists. I could even just support the revolt, which would just spike the the revolt score up a bit more. But if I support the nationalists and they actually, well, if I support them, they'll get an army. So discover chance of 45. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You see, the thing is, it's early enough, I guess I can kind of shoot my relations with Hungary in the foot. So let's just make sure we're going for a high population province. I don't know if that actually does make a difference, but I'm going to assume it does. Succeeded, not discovered. Good. So, we can't see it, but there should be a Transylvanian nationalist army in Banat right now doing some things. So here's hoping there is. Albrecht II has fallen ill and cannot handle all aspects of ruling Austria for the time being. How shall we handle this? More power to the nobles. Delegate more to the provinces. Let's see. Take a look at our sliders, and the first one, an aristocracy gain of +1, which, I mean, we're already there. What's one more? We'll just lose some naval force limit modifier? Who cares about that? We're Austria, we don't. And then federalism, gaining 1 is the absolute opposite direction we want to go. So aristocracy, thank you very much. Now, I can build... Yeah, I should probably focus on building a few more buildings before I go crazy on the paintings. So what have we got there? A trade value of 11.1. Ah, yes, 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 yes. Look at that. The ledger. Okay, so... income. How do I do this by provinces? There we go. Okay. Tax? No, that isn't it. And neither is production. Where's my trade view? Okay, economics. Oh, can I just... Go back. Can I just pay this here? No, I can't. Okay. Damn. I'm sure this must be thrilling, watching me click through all of these. So is there really no way to... Because if I go back to the ledger here... Okay, so that is on page 5, 6, 7... So here's my country overview. Here are all of my provinces, their tax rates, their tariffs, their production, their manpower, their culture, religion, goods, fort. Wonderful. But how do I see the trade? That's kind of depressing. That was really banking on that. What am I doing wrong? Because I mean, this really well. Again, you show me tax and production, but what's my trade value? Right? Like, there's no way to tell. Done. So 11, useless 4, useless 4. So I'm guessing gold doesn't have a trade value. Just looking at that, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But it does have production. And that's direct tax. No, what I want is an increase in production, which I guess would just be through the unique buildings and or manufactories, perhaps? I'm not 100% certain. But I'm going to think that's the way it goes, right? Production, whatever. We're going to build a constabulary or a constable in my highest producing gold province, which should be Crane, I do believe. So, you get... Okay, we don't. So... Or it's already there, so we've already got it there. Marketplace, local trade worth, which is nothing. Again, if I am looking at that incorrectly and marketplaces actually help gold, let me know. Let me know. Anyway, there we go. We'll plop that down. No, we don't need a royal marriage with Holland. Still just a maybe. And what else? What else? In Paradox news, well, I let time tick by in medieval Austria, for the next expansion pack for Victoria 2. I saw on the forum the other day, yeah, we don't need a royal marriage with Serbia, the discussion of crises, which are going to be added to the next expansion. I think it's called Heart of Darkness. And these crises sound amazing. I am super excited for this expansion pack to release. Now, if I understand what I read correctly, it sounds like if there's an area where two non-great powers are getting in conflict, one or more great powers can sort of start encouraging the conflict, and then the rest of the great powers can, like, jump in and you kind of try and negotiate a settlement between all these players for what the conflict's about. So let's say, I'll just click through this and continue with my example. A young man from an unassuming family has revealed himself to be something of a military genius. He seems to have an unnatural skill at both organizing large forces and directing them on the field of battle. Although some powerful courtiers grumble about his background, he's too good a general to be allowed to stand idle. We should put him at the head of an army at once. We are truly blessed. And what's the other thing? It would anger some influential people? No penalty for that? Let's see. So we're just basically gaining a general there, which is cool. I'm okay with that. Who needs a general? Okay, let me rephrase that. Who needs a good general? Because we got one now. Oh, man, do we ever. Okay, KUK Army, which should be renamed to something completely different. There we go. I think that's the correct spelling. Österreich Army, which we shouldn't have because we've got the Habsburgisch and the Kaiserlich. So, yeah. Yeah, and I did spell that. A-R-M-E-E. Das ist gut. Ja, wunderbar. Alright. Back to Heart of Darkness. So let's say there's a colony out in the middle of somewhere that both France and England, because that happened a lot, they both want it. And so what can happen is, instead of them just going to war over this, a crisis can arise. And other great powers can jump into this crisis on the side of, you know, one or the other. And you can kind of sort of diplomatically come to a resolution to this issue. So let's say it's a pretty big colony in Africa. They could just split it down the middle and everybody's happy. Or, if those diplomatic things fail, it sort of ticks up and up and up until you get a war over this issue. I'm doing an incredibly poor job of explaining it. I only read about it once. I would suggest, if that sounds even remotely interesting to you, or even if it doesn't sound remotely interesting to you, but you are interested in Victoria 2, go to the forums and check out the Dev Diary number 2 on the crises. Because it's as I was reading through it, my jaw just kept getting a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. I'm like, I just can't freaking wait to give this a try. Granted, with Paradox History, I might be of the opinion that I can't wait to give it a try after a few patches. Regardless, it sounds amazing. And it's probably going to be better than SimCity. Which, in gaming news, if you haven't been checking up on that, that looks like absolute depression. I was kind of excited for that game. There was a chance there was going to be a History Nerd City on the channel, so everybody could see it and bask in my horribleness playing SimCity for the first time in over a decade. But yeah, it really doesn't look like that's going to happen, because, hey, always online. Who knew that wouldn't work out? Alright, now we are going to... So what's better? Is it better to get a painting or better to get a tapestry? I think, unless my error is... Nah, so it's better to get paintings. There we go. And... that's still just a maybe. The thing that concerns me about hitting... Yes, let's do that on there, is the relations hit, and eventually they'll just be like, no, you know what, we're not vassals anymore. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Military access from Venice? I really don't think so. Do we have any? So, yeah, there is no disputed succession there. Looks like there's still one going on in Bavaria. But, again, we're not even gonna be considered for that Bavarian title, I don't think. If we want it, we're gonna have to take it by force. Speaking of taking things by force, allied with Byzantium, Serbia, and Hungary. Damn it! Bulgaria and Wallachia. That would not be hard to get. Or Croatia and Wallachia. Bulgaria does look like a bit of a beast. It looks like less of a beast than Serbia, though. Serbia is looking a bit too big at the moment. Really, what's going on is I need a place to expand, I think. How indecisive does that sound? I need a place to expand. Possibly. Commission another painting. Let's get that up there. I mean, Bosnia, that yarn, it's looking pretty tempting. And Bulgaria, what have you got? You've got a lot of metals. So that's looking tempting. And you've got a lot of grain. So you're less tempting. But I figure if I can start getting some territory on this side of Hungary, then when it comes time... Actually, I know this. There is a ledger for military power. Is that everybody? No, that's just me. Now it looks like we're into economics. Is it just national comparisons? There we go. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So let's just do a total manpower. So we are here with 98,000. And 9,000 infantry, 11,000 cavalry. That has to change. Now where is Hungary? Hungary, Volbistu. Probably should have done this alphabetically, because I know Austria is always going to be at the top. And there's no way Hungary can be this far down. There's no way. I must have gone past them. Okay. See, close to the top. We're close to the top. Hungary, so they've got 55, 13, and 6. So they certainly do have more infantry than we do. We have more cavalry. How's our mullah looking? What we might want to do is just build ourselves some more infantry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go with 6 for now. And then we can peel off some, well, maybe not from that army. And that's a full infantry army. Well, we'll throw a couple cavalry in there as well. We'll put, I don't know, 3 cavalry in. And merge into the KUK army. I thought I got rid of you, damn it. Now... Okay, well, I'm terribly sorry that there is the KUK army. I know that it's historically incorrect for the time, but every army I build is going to come out with that name. And as tempting as it is to change the names... Well, hold on here. We could call it Rudolph. There we go. The Rudolph army. Okay, and then we'll give you Johann Leopold Zakarowski, I think. Okay. Alright. So we've got the Rudolph army ready. Royal marriage from Serbia, no thank you. See, now that, I mean, that's the problem, right? We've got a royal marriage and we got good relations, so... And they are allied with quite a few people. Now, because we have good relations, I wonder if I were to go to war against Croatia, who shouldn't be that difficult to take, especially if I move that guy there and that, like so. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I don't care if the admirals are concerned. And in fact, let's try and... Well, even if I split that... Because that's not a very big army. If I just split that in half, it's not really gonna... 3 infantry there isn't gonna change the fact that I've got a stupid amount of horses. So, we can... maybe... pull 2 of those out. Up there, and then pull 2 of those out and move them there, and then pull 3 of them out and move them there, and then do that and go up. Whoops, just one of you can go though. There we go. Alright, so the Rudolph army is set, although it does have... yeah. And that's now all infantry. And that now looks like a ridiculous amount of cavalry. Okay, so we'll go... like that. There. Except you can stay. Alright, and then that, we could use 1 more infantry there. Alright, so now that we've got the Austrian army sorted out, and I mean that guy is good, it's nice and even, which I think is a good thing. There's no red now when I click on these. So I'm assuming that means good things are going to happen. I assume. Yeah. Now, the question is, do I actually want to go to war with Croatia at the moment? They do have some very juicy-looking provinces, I'll tell you that. Cloth is always good. Cloth is very good. And they're all cloth, except for their 2 naval ports. Which, or naval production. Naval supplies, there we go. Which will be helpful as time goes on. Obviously not now, I don't care about naval things now. But hey, you know, it's always good. We have a royal marriage with them as well. So, who we don't have a royal marriage with is Bosnia. What I need then is military access from Croatia. We'll make sure we get that. Lovely. And I'm betting they don't have a big army at all. They're also opposite religion, which could mean bad things eventually, but for the time being, I think Bosnia is going to make a great little addition to the Austrian Empire. It shouldn't be a long war, it shouldn't be a big war, but we should walk away with some relatively profitable provinces before the Ottomans can get involved. Although it looks like Byzantium here might be making a bit of a comeback. Sorry, my cat has decided that I actually don't need to see the screen of my computer. Come on. Damn animals. So before the Ottomans make a push into the Balkans, I'd like to get my feet planted firmly in the region. Now, do I have enough time to declare war in this video? Well, I've got enough time to declare war. Do I have enough time? They're allied with Bulgaria and Wallachia. They are guaranteed by Serbia. They are in Hungary's sphere of influence. That just doesn't seem good at all. Okay, you know what? No, we are going to hold off on war for now. Yes, we will hold off on the war. And we will give ourselves... Actually, let's find some big population centers and give them churches. I don't know if population size has actually anything to do with church functionality, but I'm just going to guess that it does. Alright, 39. Are we going to hit budget problems? Doesn't look like it. Excellent. And is there actually anything we can do? We can try to start influencing. No, we can't. We can't afford to start influencing people. But I guess we could try to make a push for the Emperor title early. I like the idea of waiting. I like the idea of building up Austria a little bit more. Yay, Land Tech 6! That's good news. What comes with Land Tech 7? Enables Lanza Janetta and Pike Square. In fact, that might even be a soft J, so it might be Lanza Janetta. I'm not sure, but one of the two. Oh, that's level 10? Oh, we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. What ships can we build? Yeah, we don't need ancient era ships. This isn't Civ. This is Europa Universalis. Rudolph. No! Never name an army after your heir. Things are not looking good. I don't know how Albric's been on the throne for quite a long time. Dude's getting up there. And, yeah, now we don't have an heir. That's not good. Especially since on Monarch Death that means a personal union with Burgundy, which I don't want. No, no, no. Not at all. Oh. The game really bogged down there for a minute. In fact, it's really bogged down. If you can see that counter, it's sitting at like 18.5 frames a second. Taking me back to the good old Civ days. There we go, we're up into the... Well, we were in the 20s. Anyway, that could be my computer telling me it is time to end the series. Or not the series. Oh, that would be a shock. It might not be a bad place to leave the video, though, because there's really not much going on for the moment. And, yeah, it's just going to be looking for an option to expand into next, other than Forelli. or Aquila, because unfortunately, geopolitical reasons. Anyway, I will be leaving the video here for now. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed this. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, jokes, thoughts, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.